What up, guys? Welcome back to the Vans Family Reacts. Today's story is gonna shock you.
In 1 week, Australia will become the first country in the world to ban under 16s from having social media accounts.
Whoa, wait a second. Australia is actually banning under 16s from social media? That is massive. I mean, think about how big that is. Taking millions of kids completely off TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. Kids literally grow up inside these apps, so ripping it away overnight is going to hit hard. But at the same time, part of me gets it. The amount of weird stuff kids see online, the bullying, the pressure, it's insane. So as crazy as it sounds, I kind of see why they're doing it.
Teenage addiction was not a bug, it was a design feature. And on 10 December, there are going to be withdrawal symptoms. Teenagers will be upset. Some will fight to get back on, some will manage to find their way around the tech and keep their accounts. But I truly believe the short-term discomfort will be worth the long-term benefits.
December 10th is going to be absolute chaos. Kids are going to lose their minds. Some are going to panic. Some are going to fight with their parents. And you already know there'll be that one kid trying to hack the system just to get back on TikTok. But honestly, the withdrawal is real. Kids are addicted. So yeah, the first week is going to be ugly. But sometimes detox starts with a shock. And this is definitely a shock.
This law is world-leading, and countries around the world are taking our lead. Denmark, Greece, Romania, France, New Zealand, Malaysia, the European Commission have all signalled intent to introduce a minimum age for social media.
The wildest part is that other countries are already paying attention. Denmark, Greece, France, New Zealand, even the whole European Commission. If this actually works in Australia, it could spread fast. Imagine a world where every country suddenly decides kids need to be offline until 16. That would completely change childhood. And honestly, if it really protects kids like they say, I can see a lot of governments jumping on the trend.
American social psychologist and author of the book The Anxious Generation, Jonathan Haidt, said, Australia's law, our law, is by far the most important single piece of legislation ever enacted on planet Earth to protect children in the internet age.
That quote blew my mind. The most important law on planet Earth to protect kids online. That's not a small statement. That's huge. And if someone at that level is saying it, you know the problem is way worse than we think. It just shows how deep the online harm goes. Kids dealing with anxiety, depression, comparison, bullying. It's a disaster. So if this law really is that important, maybe Australia is actually onto something.
But like I said, every single parent who has talked to me about this since I've been the Minister for Communications has said, thank you, do not back down, and thank you for being the bad guy. Thank you for allowing me not to be the bad guy. Thank you for allowing me to say, this is against the law.
When the parents are thanking the government for being the bad guy, that tells you everything. Parents have been begging kids to get off their phones for years, and now they finally have backup.
The government has made this law, so I asked them to draw strength. They asked them to ask their child to write to me, if that would be of any assistance. I do video messages to transmit this message, whatever it takes. But I do not for a second think that this isn't worth doing.
Yeah, the transition is going to be tough, no doubt. Kids are going to be angry, stressed, bored, everything. But long term, it might actually be worth it. If it helps them focus better, sleep better, maybe even talk to real people again, that's huge. Sometimes the short-term pain is worth the long-term win. And honestly, if 7 out of 10 kids are getting harmed online, maybe the real danger was letting it continue. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that subscribe button, drop a comment, and as always, stay alert out there and keep your kids safe.